Hi, this is Ken from Stary, and today we'll be unboxing the Stary board and showing you what's inside and how to start and using your Stary board. Let's get started. Opening up the Stary box, you'll be seeing the board first. And right below the board, we have all the equipment ready for you in the equipment box. Right on top of the equipment box, you'll be seeing your controller and your manual first. This is your controller, and this is the manual. Right below it, you'll then be seeing a lot of parts for your Stary board. Right here, we have an outer tire for your motor tire in case you need to switch it. We have a T-tool in order to fix your trucks for your Stary board. And we also have chargers for your Stary board and your Stary board remote. As you can see right here, these two are for your Stary board, and this one is for your remote. This one right here is a charging balancing stick, and what that does, it evenly charges the 6 packs of the Stary board battery packs. And finally right here, we have a tire assisting tool. What this does is that you can remove the outer layer tire of the motor tire and replace the new one right here if it's necessary. So I just went ahead and removed the foam wrap, and now I also need to remove the stickers right here that says warning. Make sure you remove this before you go on road. Once that is done, now we gotta boot this thing up. First, grab your remote. Then, by holding the main button for over 3 seconds, the remote will turn on, and now you have entered the main screen. Then, take your Stary board, either placing the remote on top of the Wi-Fi signal or on the back of the Stary board, right below the Stary board battery pack, for just a few seconds, and you're going to hear 3 buzz sounds from the remote. Now it means that it has successfully connected to your Stary board. Another identification that shows you have successfully connected the board with the remote is the rapid blinking light, the LED light on top of the Stary battery pack logo. On the remote, by pressing the remote 3 times, you can change and alter the speed mode through 4 different modes. Mode 1 being the slowest, Mode 4 being the fastest. As a beginner, I would always recommend users to choose Mode 1 so that you can understand how the Stary board works. Next, as you are in the main page of the remote, you will be able to see the battery percentage on the board. And as you press the main button once, you will be moving to the next page showing you the battery level of the remote control. And again, pressing the button once more will show you the current speed that you are going on the board in kilometers. So on the speed detector page, you will also be able to see 2 lines. The one on top shows you the estimated battery on the board, and the one on the bottom shows you the estimated battery that the remote still has. Now comes the most important part. It is knowing how to pair your brand new remote to your board. If at any time you are buying a new remote for your Stary, unlike connecting your old remote to your Stary board, to pair your new remote to Stary, you will first press the button for over 5 seconds until the screen leads you into a setting mode. In the setting mode, you will see a calibration mode on top and right below a pairing mode. Don't choose the pairing mode just yet. Flip the board over onto its back, placing the remote below the Stary battery pack until the light on the board starts to change. Now, take the remote away, and now you can press and enter the pairing mode. Right after you have pressed the button, you will see the MAC address of the board, Then by pressing the main button once more, and now the screen should show you that you have successfully paired your new remote to your Stary board. As of now, you should see the LED light on the back of the Stary board blinking rapidly, meaning that your Stary board is ready to go. Now we'll show you how all of these equipments work. As you take out the balanced charging stick and the charger, you want to connect those two together and plug the wall charger side to the wall and the metal end to the Stary board. But before you do so, we have to first take off the waterproof cap. Then, you have to know that it is quite difficult to plug the charger into the board at times. So make sure you find the right way to plug it in and you hear a click sound appear. Like that, meaning that the chargers have successfully connected onto the Stary board. Then the small LED light on the charger indicates that the board is fully charged or not. The red light turning into a green light, meaning that the board is fully charged and ready to go. Next we have here is the tire assistance tool and the extra pair of tires to replace your motor tire on the Stary board. To have this to work, you'll want to go buy a 1.5mm 6-sided Allen wrench. And with that wrench, you will first stick the wrench into the wheel frame, twisting the screws out of the frame. Note that there are only 2 screws, and also note that when you're taking the screws out of the motor wheel, lay the board flat, in case the screws fall inside the motor. After removing the screws, stick and place the tire assistance tool in the wheel frame, turning the tool counterclockwise until the frame comes off. Then pull the outer layer tire off and replace it with the extra one given to you from Stary. Now make sure, when you're placing the rim back onto the wheel, you want to align the frame right so you can properly screw the screws back on. There will be times where your motor wheel will be out of calibration, meaning that the motor wheel is either moving on its own or the braking system is malfunctioning. To fix this, again, you start by pressing the Stary board remote for longer than 5 seconds, entering to the settings mode. Then clicking the main button once more, entering the calibration page. And now you will see a number right below the words Set Center Point. If the motor wheel is moving on its own, you will want to move the number below by 20 points upwards and turning the wheel on the remote upward in order for the motor wheel to go back to the factory setting. Then, by pressing the main button once more, you will then calibrate the brake by holding the remote at maximum brake point and pressing the button to move on to the next step. And then holding the remote at maximum acceleration point, you will be calibrating the acceleration of the board, and pressing the button once more will lead you into proceeding the finishing of calibration. As of now, the remote should lead you entering to a page showing that you have successfully calibrated. Vice versa, if the board's braking system malfunctions, you will want to go through the same calibration process, except instead of setting the number up by 20, you will want to drop the number down by 20. So we finished our unboxing of the Stary board, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. But make sure to be safe when you're on this board. It is a lot of fun. Wear your helmet though. Protection is always first. Thank you.